Hey, what's up? So I've been without an Apple Watch for about 5 months, and there were a few things I missed, like notifications and not grabbing at my phone so often, Apple Pay and Access Pass use, and activity and workout tracking, and replacing my bike computer, which is something I'll get into a little bit later. So I did pick up the Apple Watch Ultra, see what this is all about, but for now, let's get into the unboxing. I've got some things to say. And so, my thoughts. I am by no means a power user or extreme user of the Apple Watch. I have pretty basic needs for an Apple Watch like most people. And the big thing for me was the battery life. I wanted it to be able to last me through the day with getting up in the morning and having it on, tracking workout, and then sleep tracking overnight. You know, I get up in the morning, I place it on the charger while I'm kind of getting ready, and for the most part, that's worked out, especially with the use of the fast charging cable and the 20-watt power brick. This thing charges super fast, so I haven't had a worry in this past week or anything like that. And like I mentioned before, replacing my bike computer with it. This does now have L5 GPS, which is a huge advancement for accurate location tracking with distance and pace, as well as routing, which I'm excited to see how this all works. Now let's talk tattoos. I did not have an issue with this in the past, and this is my first time looking at this and seeing that there's quite an issue. I've had quite an issue with this one, being able to find a spot on the wrist that works without it just automatically locking, which is a huge pain. I've seen the solution online of just, hey, turn off wrist detection, but I still want the features that you get with wrist detection, like better Apple Pay experience and transit cards or office access passes, which we just got at work, and that's been incredible. And sleep tracking, for example. I don't just want to turn that off and excuse it. The number of people with tattoos in the world seems to be growing, so I find it interesting that there's no real solution for it, and Apple has just mentioned that it can be an issue, and hopefully they're working on something, but we'll kind of see how that works and plays out in the future.
So like I said in the past, I've never had an issue with a previous Apple Watch and it automatically locking on my wrist based on my tattoos. I've had an Apple Watch since the first Apple Watch, and then, skipped a couple series here and there and got them. And then, like I said, took my time off for 5 months and kind of started to have an issue with this one. So if it slides up, it'll kind of read some of the tattoos that are back there or whatever and lock itself out and skip some functionality so things don't work as normal. Like Apple Pay wouldn't just kind of show up as normal. So it's definitely been something different for me, but the band itself is really nice. I do like this locking mechanism. It feels really secure. It stays on my wrist. So when I do find a spot on my wrist that it can read through my tattoos and it won't just automatically lock, I don't feel like it's going to move around. So it just kind of takes a little bit more time than I'm used to. And getting things set up, I do kind of have to play with it to get it to that right spot. And it doesn't really move throughout the day, even with working out or moving around or jackets or sleeves hitting it. So it's overall been really nice and has worked out, although that's just a quick fix.
Overall, I do really like the Apple Watch Ultra. I think the battery life is incredible. The bigger screen is nice. It doesn't feel too much of a brick on my wrist like I anticipated, going from 45 millimeters to 49, for example. And like I said, there were a few things that I missed about not having an Apple Watch, so I'm happy to have an Apple Watch again. Thanks for watching.